Howdy, hey, it's Randall K with another installment of Plugin Intervention. Because I'm a sucker for free or deeply discounted plugins, I've accumulated hundreds over the years, and many of them I've never even opened, let alone used on a project. So these plugin interventions are about two things. One, it's forcing me to take a look at these, start playing with them, and see if it's something that I want to keep or I can use in some sort of project workflow. And number two, I'm hoping that one of you out there has some familiarity and experience with these plugins and can share your thoughts, whether it's a keeper or not, or just how you may have used it in your workflow and your creative process. That would be great. Um, am I saying that I'm too lazy to look into these things myself? Well, yes, because I've got hundreds of them. I'm an old man, and the clock is ticking. So I don't have time to become an expert in all of these. So I'm just going to not give a complete demo on these things because I'm seeing a lot of them for the first time. And I'm just going to open them up, play with them a little bit, get my first impressions, and hopefully one of you has some deeper experience with these plugins and can share your 2 cents. In this installment of Plugin Intervention, I'll be looking at two instrument plugins, Zyklop from Dawsome, as well as Halo 2 LITE from DH Plugins. Okay, first up is a Zyklop from Dawsome. Zyklop, pretty clever, kind of like Cyclops. We got this big eye in the middle, like the mythical one-eyed giant. Anyway, seems pretty straightforward. There are 3 wave slots. We can detune, spread, TRI mix, not sure what that is, and then an octave something. Well, oscillators. We've got filters, a couple of filters, I guess, and we've got some 3 slots of effects to add in. Modulation matrix, it looks like, and then browse to browse patches. And it looks like we've got a subdirectory, a type, and a tone to choose from. And then some non-explanatory, interesting shapes up here. It reminds me of a programmer's aptitude test, or maybe one of those Mensa tests. Have you seen those? These are the shapes. Gives you 3, and then which one comes next, and you're supposed to pick the shape that comes next in the sequence. Reminds me of that. So yeah, I've not done anything with this. We've got a question mark dime. We've got dice here. Randomized parameters hold longer for more changes. That's okay. So that's choose random preset, and that will randomize the parameters. And okay, gotcha. I'm not looking down at the tooltips there in the bottom. I was so well. Some of these don't have little tooltips on the bottom. Some of them do, some of them don't. So, well, I guess ADSR is pretty self-explanatory if you're familiar with synthesis at all, right? Let's just do a random preset here. I don't know what it's called up, if anything. That's different. How about another one? Space tab. If we were to randomize the effects on that. Whispers, that just get favorited somehow. I don't recall doing that, but let's do a little another randomization parameters. Well, I can see there are a number of possibilities with these things, just taking a single patch and with these different modifiers, transformers, animators. This allows to suppress temporal layers in the iris. Okay, so this is the iris, and another transformer. Plus, you've got this modulation matrix that you can how much the depth of things, what parameter. Uh, wow, seems like quite a bit of sonic possibilities with this thing. Uh, Crazy that it's free. So I suppose if I would had many hours to invest in sound design and learning this thing, it might be kind of fun. But I don't know. Uh, One of you used it quite a bit. Use Zyklop. Uh, Let me know in the comments whether or not you love it, don't really like it that much, or just your experience with it. Is this something that I should keep in my library? All right, next up is Halo 2 LITE. I guess it is Halo 2 LITE from DH Plugins. Um, Seems like a more traditional synth compared to Zyklop. We've got filters, distortion, and FX. Output envelope. We've got two FLOs, two LFOs, and a step. I guess it's like is that sort of step sequencer or just, well, find out in a moment. Okay, there's a sample source, there's a sub oscillator source, and there's a synth. So, hybrid sample, sub oscillator, and a synth layer. And we can change the pitch. Is that the pitch of the whole thing or the pitch of the sample? I don't know. I don't see the same kind of, tooltip kind of thing. Oh, I guess there are down here in this section. Filter 3 cutoff. Click for advanced panel. Okay, is that the advanced panel showing where the notch filter is? Filter 2 cutoff. Click for, okay, so, there we go. Low pass LFO. Okay, are those, all right, so you got a low pass LFO, notch LFO, and a phase LFO. And, oh, there are preset, okay, those, I thought maybe they were presets for the effects, but I guess not. And we've got an arpeggiator, ARP controls, not in the free version. Okay, but if you've got a a DAW with you can do MIDI sequencing in, who needs an arpeggiator? We got master EQ, matrix. So back to the preset browser. We got a selector up here as well. We got lead, Reese, Womp, liquid, stab, pad, FX, sequence, and then there are tags. Okay, so that's the, all right. So why is, oh, because I click tags? What if I check that off? Well, I don't know what I've done with the browser now. Apparently I'm not the brightest bulb or the sharpest knife in the drawer. I don't know how to return the preset browser back to showing me everything. Apparently I've done something with the tags, but I don't have any tags selected. And maybe do I need to select all the tags? Something like that? Is purple selected or not selected? Not very clear. This is on or off. Okay, boom, boom. Those, I'm checking those and they don't. I click these others and they change color. So, hey, there's a pad. Nice. And it's the mono. Anyway, so anybody familiar with Halo 2 Lite or the full version? Is it something that you count on every day? It's, it's in your top drawer plugins. I don't know. Right now, it's not particularly moving me, but I haven't. Like I say, this is the first time I've opened it up, did anything with it. So, yeah, bit of a learning curve, it seems like, especially since I haven't figured out how to keep the browse window open. Okay, so those were my awkward first takes on a couple of instrument plugins, Zyklop and Halo 2 LITE. Certainly I could have asked ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude AI, fill in the blank, to give me an executive summary of these plugins, but where's the fun in that, right? You need to hear them for yourself. Get in there with the UI and see how well you adapt to it, how easily you, can navigate it with your familiarity and workflow kind of thing. So, speaking of familiarity, if you have familiarity with either of these plugins and you use them in your workflow or you've used them, would love to read your opinions about your creative process, workflow, that kind of thing in the comments below. And thanks for joining me on this interesting journey. And I hope to catch you again for another installment of Plugin Intervention. Thank you.